And what's going on YouTube? It's me, Blind Gamer 1990, back with another video. For those of you that have seen my APBA Baseball for Windows tutorial videos, the blind tutorials, the part one and the part two, setting it up, installing seasons and things, and then I showed you how to make what some of the advanced draft can do for you and all of that. I figured this time I will show you how to set up a season with Baseball for Windows, and hopefully that if you decide to get this game, which I highly recommend it, it's $30 on APBA's website, and it's believe me, I take it from me, a loyal, I guess, listener of APBA. If you know, like I do, I'll just put it on loop all day long and listen to games like crazy. Ernie Harwell is, but it's worth it. Trust me. So before we get started, if you haven't done already, just please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it because more subscribers, the better. I mean, I really do appreciate the feedback. I mean, but let's get started. So I will. What we'll do is the main crux here. We're going to launch League Manager here. So let's see. Well, I'll share screen just a second. Here we go. Um, hold on. Select data num lock off num organ data 1965. Hands are a little slippery for some reason. All right, now here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Share screen. Here we go, entire screen. And I'm probably not going to share audio with this because I don't want my speech talking over me. But let's see, entire screen. Entire screen property page. Entire screen grouping. Entire screen button. Also share system audio. No. Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. System menu. Remove minimize on StreamYard comma sharing your screen. Remove minimize on StreamYard comma sharing. Stop ship hide link. StreamYard studio. Remove minimize League Manager. Here we go. League Manager right here. Now the last season I played with was 1969. This has already been played through somewhat, but I was gonna pick a season that I have not made any adjustments to, as far as, well, let me turn my camera off real quick. Hold on. You don't have to see me. You just gotta see what's on the screen. Oh, it is off. We'll figure it out. All right. Okay, now I wanted to pick a season that is not in progress, that I've not made any settings with, that I have not done anything to, and I looked around and most of them I've set up as far as something is concerned. So what I decided to do was go with 1977 because that's the most recent one that I have not messed with. So let's see. We go to select. Let's see, 1977. Launch it, and here it is, 1977. Nothing is here. There is absolutely no settings. There is no rules. Nothing has been set up. This is a blank template, so to speak. Now we can go. You can go several ways about this. Now, I can go on. Let me Google some. I just want to see just to make sure. Let's see. Google 1977 major. The old Wikipedia page here, just so I can find out when opening day actually was in 77. Here we go. Let's see. This is going to come in handy later. So, April 6th, October 18th. Okay, so April 6th is opening day. Just I want to see that just so. Now that we got this open, we go to rules. The date is right here. It says March 26, 2026. That's not the date we want. So we do 4 6 1977 right there. That's opening day. Now, if you tab down, it says you can do either a preseason, which is basically like spring training, regular season, which is the full deal, quarterfinals. This is for all the late '90s playoff boomers. That when they made the wild card, mid to late '90s, when they made the wild card in the division series, semifinals can be like the LCS, and then the finals is basically a modified. Now they cannot use the term league championship series, division series, or World Series because it's trademarked. This is not licensed by Major League Baseball or but it is a MLB PA game because it's got all the players on it and things. But because it's not licensed by Major League Baseball, they cannot use actual, I guess, terminology. So you just got to go with it. So we set it to regular season. Number of games. By default, this is 162, so you can adjust how many games you want. I think the lowest you can have is uh, maybe you can have one game, I guess. But why would you do that? I mean, that's just crazy. But yeah, the 162 games didn't start until I think 1961, I believe it was. But yeah, we leave this alone. Interleague games, obviously no, because they're not they didn't do this back then, so we leave that alone as well. League play, this is I don't know exactly what this does, but if it's not checked, it doesn't bother you, so you can leave it alone if you wish. Wild card rule, obviously this didn't exist yet, so we leave this alone as well. This is if you want a fourth team in the playoffs, if you've got three divisions and what have you. Bench and pitching rotations. This is if you don't use this, I assume they won't pinch hit as much, if at all, and they won't use a rotation. So you'll have like people going on maybe on 2 or 3 days rests and stuff, and that's not healthy. So I always check this, just that way nobody is overworked or anything. Box scores not saved. This isn't checked. I guess I don't know where the box scores actually go. But now we go to games played per team. This is set to 162, same as the actual schedule itself. 162 is for each team played. Um, no AIM fatigue or injuries. This is very handy. If you have an AIM manager, which I'll show you what that's all about in just a minute. They will adjust lineups based on if somebody is injured or not. Now, because this isn't set yet, it won't make automatic lineups if you have managers managing the teams for you. But what I usually do, there's no AIM or fatigue or injuries, fatigue only, game injuries and fatigue, all injuries and fatigue, or reduced injuries and fatigue. So you have 5 options to go with here. A lot of people just say game injuries and fatigue, but I like to set it to all because you never know. Somebody could get sick, the flu, whatever. Just as an example. Now, tab down here is there's. I had the most recent version of this. There's 19th century. There is early 20th century, mid 20th century, late 20th century, and then there's early 21st century. I assume this is picture durability mode. I don't know if this is like how the game is played or something, but um, I always adjust this according to which part of the decade I'm playing in. For example, like the 1920s would be like early 20th century. 1930s maybe early 20th century. 40s through the 60s is like the middle of the century, I would presume. But since this is 1977, it's late 20th century. So we set that up. Then we go the miscellaneous options. Enforced batters face limits. I don't mess with this. No PR 934 SOGOPP 600 not checked. I'll leave this alone too. Pre-game AIM auto substitutions. This is always checked. Pre-game AIM auto sub platoon. You could check this if you want, but the lineups would get very confusing after a while because I think it would just put in someone else to like play alternate to the original position player or something like that. Tab. So we leave us alone if you want to. I normally do. I've learned to do this, but I used to always have like a platoon thing going on with, because you got like if you got a 25-man roster, then you're not gonna have a lot of people to play with. But 8 starters, 7 bench players, and 10 relievers, or maybe even 11 relievers if you have the most you can have on a roster is 40. That's as high as it's gonna go. I'll show you how to do a draft in another video. But I leave this alone. Pause per game and starting player is available, itchy, bushed, worn out, or tired. Now, these are all not checked. If you are managing, it will pause autoplay so you could make adjustments. But I'll show you how everything goes in just a minute. But we're at the end of this section here, so we okay out of this. All right, now all the rules have been set. Now, it is strongly encouraged and demanded that you save every time you make a decision. But we can't. It's grayed out, so we cannot do that, and we still can't play any games. But now we can go to rules settings. You can do rules for the whole organization. You can do rules for each league, division, for a specific game, which there are none yet. Two-way players, which there are none here. Team. Now, this is crucial. You can do this if you want to, but it's recommended that you assign ballparks to the teams. Now, it's on Baltimore Orioles right now. You can do this one of two ways. You could do it individually, or you could assign them all ballparks all at once. Let's see. Let's try it. This is how I usually do it. We got Baltimore Orioles, Boston Red Sox, Cleveland Indians, Detroit Tigers, Milwaukee Brewers, New York Yankees, Toronto Blue Jays, California Angels, Chicago White Sox, Royals, Twins, Athletics, Mariners, Rangers. Then you got the Cubs, Expos, Mets, Phillies, Pirates, Cardinals, Braves, Reds, the Astros, Dodgers, the Padres, and the Giants. Now, if you tab down, here's the list of all the ballparks I have that are installed. I'll also show you eventually where a good place you can get ballparks from that is for that's it's basically like some people to the time making, from what Beats has told me, making a ballpark is a real jerk with this game. But somebody took the time to do it, and there's a lot of ballparks here that I've got. So Baltimore Orioles, Memorial Stadium, assigned. Now that's tabbed. It tabbed automatically down to Boston Red Sox. So Fenway Park. Let's see. Now it went down to Cleveland Indians. Since I don't have Municipal Stadium, I'm gonna go with Jacobs Field. The Detroit Tigers. I have Detroit 2000. I think that's Comerica Park. Tiger Stadium 19. There's different versions of this, but we'll go with Tiger Stadium. It went down to Milwaukee now, so what you want here is Milwaukee County Stadium 1970. The New York Yankees. This is the New Bronx 76. Assigned. Now it's on the Blue Jays. Now I don't have Exhibition Stadium. I do not have it. So what I usually do is assign Olympic Stadium right here and put a dome over it. California Angels, We do Edison Field. I don't have Angel Stadium at all. I don't think. The White Sox. Now, there's different versions of Comiskey Park I've got here. You tab down here, you connect Comiskey Park. You click here. The Royals. KC 1961. That was Royal Stadium, I believe. Let's see. That's it right here, Royal Stadium. Now for the Twins, they didn't have the Metrodome yet. I don't think the Metrodome existed yet. So Metropolitan Stadium. Now it moved down to the Oakland Athletics, Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The Mariners. That's the Kingdome. Although I think were they playing at the Kingdome yet? We'll go with it anyways. Texas Rangers. That'd be the ballpark. I don't know where they played at back in 1977, but we'll go with the ballpark in Arlington, just in case. All right, now it goes on to the National League. The Cubs, Wrigley Field. Expos, Olympic Stadium. The Mets at Shea Stadium. The Phillies, Veterans Stadium, have been open for a while at this point, so that's what you want. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, I don't have Three River Stadium yet. I don't have it, so the next best is PNC Park, but I don't know why it's at night. And I have Forbes Field, but they stopped playing there after 1969, so in PNC Park at night playing a day game would be really weird. But we'll just do Forest Field just in case. Now it's on the Cardinals. They were playing in Busch Stadium back then, so that's what we assigned. The Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, but it's the one from 1994. It'll do. The Cincinnati Reds. I don't have Riverfront Stadium, and apparently from what Beats told me, check out his channel if you haven't. This 1970 Cincinnati is Crosley Field before it closed and Riverfront Stadium opened. I've got Great American 03, but we'll use this right here. The Houston Astros in the Astrodome. Los Angeles Dodgers. Now it'll go down the list every time you do this. Dodger Stadium. The Padres. Jack Murphy Stadium from two versions of it. We'll go with the 69 version because that's there. Let's see. And now the Giants. I don't have Candlestick. I don't have 3Com Park. So we'll go with San Francisco 2000. All right, now you're done with this. You hit OK to get out, and then save. All right, you set your rules. You have assigned ballparks, yet you still cannot play games, and you still cannot do anything. We need you can either manage a team, or you could assign micro league managers. Now these guys will manage the teams on the field during play, leaving you as a spectator. But in this, you are effectively the commissioner. What you say goes. That's what interests me. It's like what you say, what you decide happens goes. Now, let's say we want to assign managers here. Now, you have to go down each team and assign them manually. You cannot it won't do it for you. So, Baltimore Orioles, of course. Let's do Earl Weaver. Boston Red Sox. I've decided I've got let's see, 1, 10, 20, 30, 33 managers to choose from with this. So it's really a matter of who do I feel like I should have manage a team. Let's have Kit Donovan manage the Red Sox. The Cleveland Indians, managed by Dusty Walker. He's one of the new managers that came with the newest version of APBA that I got for Christmas back in 2000 or back the end of 2024. I got this game for Christmas that year, and and I updated 1.61 and things like that. Detroit Tigers. Anderson was not there yet, but we'll do Mr. Nelson. Milwaukee Brewers. That'll be the Duke of Milwaukee. Now, I'll show you what this. Now, you can either if you set manual, then the manual game thing will come up when you have a set schedule. If you don't, it will not come up at all. But auto, let's see, the Yankees, Cooper. Let's see, Blue Jays, Owens, the second, California Angels, Deacon Brown, Chicago White Sox, Terry Williams. Wait, hold on. Who's managing the Red Sox again? Oh, Donovan. Okay. Kansas City Royals, Mr. Pepper. Twins. Let's see, Mr. Spalding. He was the initial manager that it came with the game. Him, Duke Robinson Jr., Johnny McCoy, and who the heck was the fourth guy? Smith. It was Spalding, McCoy, the Duke, and Pepper. There was a fourth manager. I know that much because I have the older version of APBA on my backup drive along with all my data for what I've got so far with this. Let's see. Twins have been assigned, so we get out of here. Let's see. Athletics. Lemon. Mariners. Let's have Alex Martinez. Now we're in the National League. No, the Rangers. I'm sorry. The Rangers are managed by Mr. Catfish. Blind Catfish Thomas. Now we're in the National League. The Cubs. Ulysses Brown can manage the Cubs. Exposed by the Rabbit. The Mets. Now, I don't know why I always do this, and I've had a habit of doing it for a while now, but I like to associate teams with certain managers, like Weaver for the Orioles, or Stengel for the New York teams, or maybe perhaps McCarthy from the earlier years. I don't know why I do it. Connie Mack for the Philly teams. I don't know why I do this, but it's been a thing I've done for a while now, and it's not giving me much problems, but let's have Bucky Harris manage the Mets. Wait a minute. Did Herzog? Hang on, let me do some here. Where are the Royals? Oh, too far. Actually, let's have Herzog manage the Royals because I think he did manage them at the time. Too far. That is Harris. Let's see. Phillies. Let's have Mac manage the Phillies. Pirates. Manager. Let's see. You could do for team, for game, set manager mode, all teams, manager for all. You could have somebody manage every team in the organization you've got. That would get very after a while. Let's have Mr. Michaels, if I can find him. Here we go. Yeah, Mr. Michaels. Let's have the Snake Conley manage the Cardinals. Now we get in the National League West. The Braves. Johnny McCoy is the most balanced manager here. Yep, Johnny McCoy. Now the Reds, of course, were managed by Sparky Anderson at the time. The Astros, running out of teams to play. Let's see. let's have Riverboat Durham manage the Astros. The Dodgers. Uh, let's see. I'm running out of Pugs Maloney can manage the Padres are managed. Oh man, I have Jake Malloy, and then the Giants. Even though he was long dead at this point, I don't know why. Every time I hear the name Giants, I always associate with the great John McGraw. So, John McGraw. All right, now you got your managers assigned, but you still do not have a schedule set. We'll get that in just a second. Now, when it comes to rules, you could set rules for organization, league, division, or game. For the American League, they were using a DH. Let me make sure that's still. Oh, yeah, it's not. So they were. You check here. All right, you're done with this. So you say we save again. All right, you've got your managers, you've got your rules, you've got your ballpark, but there is nothing to do yet. There is nothing for you to do. So you need to make a schedule. Now I go to the let's see, the control or the control C, I think control schedule an AIM. You schedule AIM rules. You can add games yourself, delete games, delete box scores, reschedule rainouts. This is not that hard to do. I always go down the list. If there's like more than one rainout, I go down the list and it's like one game at a time, one game at a time, one game at a time. But you could do it. It may ask you to do a single game or a double header, depending on what, because the dates are either based on A, off days, or B, whatever you play that team that you got rained out against again, which depends on. I'll show you. I'll try to do the map. Show you how to do it in just a second. Add unscheduled games. Assign uncontrolled games. Delete unscheduled games. Next day, we can't do this because there's nothing here. Next incomplete day. Initialize schedule means if I hit this button, it says all rules, management, games, and statistics for this organization will be lost. Confirm to continue. Now, if I hit continue, hit OK, all that I just did is gone. So cancel. Initialize. We don't want to do this. Reset statistics. This will start the season back at day one. If something goes googly ga, or something goes wrong and you want to start over, just reset statistics. Delete unplayed games. Okay. Generate new schedule. This is what we want to do for here. Now, there is an import CSV schedule, which is an as played schedule, like the actual. I'll show you how to do that as well, but I cannot do it with this one because I don't have as played schedules for every single season yet. But generate new schedules where we want to go. All right, here we go. This is where you set up your games. Professional style, 3-game series mostly, 4-game series mostly, or 5-game series mostly. This is how you want it to be set up. I do professional style, of course. Do you want to have an all-star break? Usually, this game does not do set up all-star games. It does not, so you could do that yourself. But for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and set this up. Let it use an all-star break. Do you want to play day games? Or would you like to play day and night games? They were doing day and night games at this point. So we'll do that. No double headers. This can get the way this sets up. If you set a schedule for like with I think it likes to set double headers up mostly at the latter point of the like the last month of the season. If you set this to do no double headers, then it will not make any at all. Everything will be day by day by day by day, unless there's a rain out. then you could force it to do like a double, like so. But I checked this once it. Then there's how many days you want during your All Star break. That would be three. We'll just do three in this case. You can do as many days as you want. Number of games 162. Interleague play. Now this isn't. You could change if you set this up in the AIM rules thing to not do it. It's automatically not going to do it here, but you could change it right here. But for example, we leave this alone. Now, here we go. This is where you do the numbers. This is where you set the schedule. The first box, there is one, two, three, four, five, six boxes here. Now, the first box you're going to see is League One division, interdivision matchups. Now, League One's the American League. They have 14 teams. Now, basically, what you do is, thanks to my friend Beats, who's helped me. We helped each other out with this thing pretty much. I helped. I just recently helped him get some seasons back because I think he had to get a new computer or something like that, or something about he had to reset his computer or something. But he was freaking out, and I just said, "Hey, don't panic. We'll figure this out." So he called me on Discord, and I talked him through it. But okay, now league interdivision matchups for League One, which is the American League. Because as I mentioned before in the advanced draft, by default, these teams are not named, leagues are not named, divisions are not named, but you have to do that yourself. So now, when you set the numbers here, this game will do the math for you and set up how many times a team plays another team per season. But the weird thing is, the schedule likes to like you'll play all the teams in the league the first time, then you'll play them again on the other side of the road. Like you'll start at home and you'll play them all again on the road. Whereas actual schedules are actual schedules. But let's say you set this to 12. Okay, now you've got American League's going to have 12 interdivision matchups during the season. Now it may do 3 4 game series. It may do 4 3 game series. Now we tab down here, interleague divisions matchup National League. Now there's 14 teams in the American League, 12 teams in the National League at this point. And for some reason, I'll explain this as I go, but it likes to make the other one league end before the actual season's over with. I don't know why it does this, but we set 12 here for this. Okay, now box 3 says, this is what I was told, League One, Division One matchups. This is American League East Division. Now, there's 14 teams in like I said, in the American League, 7 teams in each division. So you could do, let's say we set it to 13 here. Now we tab down, League Two, Division Two matches, same thing. 7 to 7 equals 14. So you would do 13 here. Now you tab down again, League Two, Division One, National League East matches. Now, because there's 12 teams in the National League at this point, they're going to play a more number of games. So, because I think it's 6 in each division. Yeah, 6 in each division, 12 in the league itself. So you could take your pick. So from what I've gathered from playing Pure Sim a lot, the National League teams play each other division wise 18 times per season, so we set them both to 18. All right. That's it. Now you hit OK to get out of this. Now you have a set schedule now. Now we save. But if you want to look at reports, you press Alt-R. Scheduled box score, there's nothing here. Newspaper box score. Unscheduled box score unavailable. You can't, there's nothing here yet. Schedule summary. Let's see. This is where you can look up. Oh, hold on. What the heck? 1977, 1977. This is. Oh, this is not. This is the. I think this is if you got like the teams or something like that. We're back at the top of that list. Okay. Day by day schedule. Now, this is where you could see the daily schedule. It starts on the 6th of. I don't know why the season is so late. Doing the numbers, making your own schedule can have some bit of a ripple effect. It likes to make it longer than it really is. Because commonality, the season usually ends after the start of October, maybe let's say first or second, or maybe even the fifth sometimes. But but when you do it this way, it likes to make it like longer. So we could see what we got today as far as the schedule is concerned. Who's playing? We got Wednesday the 6th. The Yankees are at the Red Sox. Athletics are at the Brewers. Toronto Blue Jays are at the Royals. Tigers at the Twins. Wait a minute, hold on. All right, so that's the day by day schedule. Now you could do team schedule that says Baltimore Orioles, standings and on day, current standings and standings on day, game starting pitchers, day starting pitchers, team status, injured DL disabled list players. You could see who's hurt, and you can put players on the disabled list. YT, I think that must mean the whole schedule, like the whole summary, pretty much. Then you're back at scheduled box score. All right, now there's two ways to go about this. I can either A, play automatic game as a spectator. Now this will go, if you do this and your game is over and you hit, there is an option that comes up that says pause at end of each game. If you say no and hit the do and resume button, or do and resume button, it will go game by game by game by game in a loop until you stop it. You can play games in the background. Now this is much faster, although if there's too many injuries, then it will stop and you'll have to make adjustments or something like that. Managers won't do that for you for some reason. But if there's no injury, it'll go boom, 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 boom. You'll be done in about 10 to 15 minutes at most. Or now going back to the manager options, set manager mode, they're all set to auto right now. Now I can set it to, if I set it to manual, all to manual, or let's say I want to manage the Cincinnati Reds. All right, let's see. Cardinals. Here we go. Cincinnati Reds. All right. Anderson is the manager. Now, if I hit manual and click, now Anderson's manager, but I'm controlling him as manager, as Anderson. But now look at this. There's play automatic games. Those games will play on their own, but there's a manual option here, which is not there because the Reds do not play today. So let me try another option here. I'll set him back to auto. Let's see. Let's try the Atlanta Braves. They don't play today either. Dang. All right, let's try the Dodgers. All right. They don't play it. Dang, they don't play today. What the heck? Oh, no, that's the Astros. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, let's see if the Astros have a game. Let's see. Yes, they do. All right, and they are playing. Now, I clicked on the play manual game option. Now it's going to bring up it's going to only going to show one game, and it's the Astros at the Cardinals. Now, if I click on this, I can see the lineups. For example, we've got Cruz, Cedeno, Johnson, Watson, Cabell, Ferguson, Howe, Gonzalez, and Richard. Now, this is where you set your line. This is where the lineup's already been set by the micro league manager. Now, I tabbed down several times to go to the control box. I guess you can call it. It's set to manual right now. So if I hit OK on this, I will be controlling the Astros. But since I'm not managing the Cardinals, I cannot see their lineup. So what I go down to is I go down to where it says who to see who's pitching for the Cardinals. And it looks like it says Bob Forsch. So that is what you do there. Now you can get out of here. It'll go right back to league man. It'll take you back to league manager. But let's see. I'll set them to auto. Now I just want to see, who's playing today. Let's see. So we set them to all to manual. I will go to league play manual game. And here we go. We've got the Yankees at Red Sox, Athletics at the Brewers, Blue Jays are at the Royals, Tigers at the Twins, White Sox at the Mariners, Angels at the Rangers, Padres at the Cubs, Astros at the Cardinals, Mets are at the Giants. Now that's it for today's games. Now, if you want to see what your team is doing as far as the schedule is concerned, you go. Let's say I want to look at the Reds. Let's see here. Where are they? Here we are. Cincinnati Reds. Let's see. Team status. Team schedule. This is what you click on this, and it gives you the daily schedule again. And let's see. Here we go. Cincinnati Reds day-by-day schedule April 7 Los Angeles Dodgers. They host the Dodgers tomorrow. 3 against the Dodgers. They don't play till the next day. So that kind of, if I delete all unplayed games right now, it'll wipe the schedule clean. There was an option that says delete unplayed. If you wipe that clean, it'll just, the schedule will be empty. But if you hit, do the generate schedule thing, but this is the Reds schedule. They don't play till tomorrow. All right. So that's pretty much all as far as creating your schedule is concerned here. But, we forgot to save. We save this. All right. Now that takes care of this. This is set. Now I could easily just let it go, boom, 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 play day, and then just watch it and stuff. But if you want to hear Ernie, then you can play as a spectator or you can manage a team. It's entirely up. This is entirely up to you. But as a person who's played this game as long as I have, which is not that long, believe it or not, honestly, I've had so much fun. I mean, I love it. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to use as play schedule with APBA. We're done with 77, so we can close, we could change it right now. Let's see, 1977. Here we go. So I will use 86 as an example. 1986. Here we go. Now this is blank. Managers not assigned. If you want to know how to do that, just go back and watch. Go back to the back in the video and check that out, and it'll help you through it. All right, now let's see. Import CSV schedule file. Here we go. This is where you can do as played schedules. This is blank. You want to do find file. All right, let's see. Come on. All right, now you go into baseball. Now what I did was I took the schedule files and I made a folder called schedules. Now there's schedules for 86, two of them. There's a sked file and a ORIG file. Same for 2004, which came with it. 2014, 15, 16, and 20. 2021. Excuse me. But now what we want to do is let's do 86 sked, the sked file. We put this in. All right. Now there it is right here. This is the file that's been put in as the as played schedule file that we're going to use. Now what you do is, let's see. Numlock is off. Okay. Now you double left click. All right. Now there's an option. You tab down past file. There's a use start date option. You could have it play on this date instead, but you don't want to do that because it'll mess it. It'll be totally weird. So we check the box. Just check. This says use start date. They're all matched up. Now you can hit there's a match button and an unmatched button, a reset button, and a build button. Now what you want to do is hit the build button right here. All right, schedule's been made. Now you go, if you want to see who's playing today, since there's no managers assigned, the only thing that's going to show up is manual game. So we play manual game, and let's see what we got. We've got the Indians at the at the Orioles. Brewers are at the White Sox. Red Sox are at the Tigers. Phillies are at the Reds. Padres at the Dodgers, and that's it for today. But that's how you import as played schedules into baseball for Windows. It's advised you do this, but you could always make your now. Back in the from like 1901 to I think 59, if not, I think it was 59. There were 16. Let me see. Hold on. I'll go back to 59. Let's see. Come on. Here we go. Oops. Let's see. There is 8 teams in the American League, and then there's 8 teams in the National League. So back then there were 16 teams in each league. You could just, because back then they played each other like over 20 times a season. So that's easy to do. But when it starts getting, I think, let's see, because 69 was when they started doing divisions, and in 1961, there was 8, and there was 16 teams in 1960. The 16 team didn't. Let's see. 1961, there were 10 teams in each league. I think that's what it was. No, in 1961, the American League had 10 teams, and the National League had 8. So it was kind of uneven, I guess. Then in 1960, hold on. In 62, let's see, 10 teams in 62 for the American League. 10 Yeah, 10 because the Giants. I think the Giants moved out west in the late 50s. Hold on, let me see something. Wait on a little bit there. Let me see something here. Pirates. Okay, the Giants were in at that point. Uh, because the Mets came along, I think in 62. Let's see. Yankees, Senators, and you had the Cubs, the Reds, the Colt 45. Yeah, the Colt 45s and the Mets joined the league in the same season. So that's when you started having 10 to 10 in both leagues. So you could, from 62 to 68, that's what you had. And then 69, they turned it into a division deal. So, but from like 1901 to 1968, it was so much easier to set up schedules because each team could play each other like 20 some odd times a year. Um, but I think that just about covers it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll answer as best I can. And if you're interested in getting APBA, I highly recommend it. $30 on the APBA website. Trust me, it is absolutely worth it because I get a thorough enjoyment out of it. I love it. I play it almost every day at times. But that concludes blind tutorial part 3, setting up league manager or league manager, setting up your own seasons. Until the next time, I will see you all real soon.